Greetings, folks. Stobe the Hobo with it's time to start discussing what's going to happen in a short amount of time with this show. You can see where I am. This is an extreme, gloomy church. I'm not going to say exactly where it is, but it's a sick location. And I'm somehow in here solo. Well, I've got one other guy. It might be my sound engineer. Anyway, episodes of Stobe the Hobo will continue, but it's getting close to time to start my commentary channel, which is going to be called Stobe Attack. And there's a lot of commentary out there right now. If you haven't paid any attention, there's like a lot of guys with vlogs and all that stuff. But this show is actually going to probably surpass all of those in quality. I'm hoping. Let's just discuss what's going to go on. If I can get a location like this is a sick place to do it. So somebody's commenting, when will your next freight hop be? It's going on, folks. Don't worry. But I'm telling you, Stobe Attack is coming. And what's more important than the train thing is going to be this commentary, and I'm going to explain why this show is going to be sick. It's going to have opinions on stuff, which everybody likes. And guess what else it's going to have? We're going to have some tunes on there. And how many other shows have tunes on them? Very few. And we're going to have a lot of them. We'll be playing the classics. If you don't notice, I'm a big fan of piano arrangements of things. So that's going to be included. And if I'm lucky and I can land the space, if I'm fortunate and I can find the right place to do this in, we may have this, which is pretty much the king of instruments. Let me see if I can set this up here. Basically, this is a monstrous church organ with like thousands of pipes up in there. And that's going to be included as well. It used to be in the day you could broadcast from these places. There's live broadcast LPs of organ concerts. And I could just say, this is the kind of stuff you're not going to find in another show. So we'll have all kinds of awesome tunes. When we get to Halloween, we'll have this one. I'm going to save that for Halloween, but anyway, discussing what's going on here. Maybe you're wondering what the commentary is going to be about. Well, today you've got the football players, kneeling down for the whole thing. You talk about privilege. These are guys that can go into any nightclub, anywhere, and have like 10 chicks, like grinding all up in them. I can't do that. You don't hear me caterwauling about there being a privilege issue going on. We could talk about other issues. I don't know if the train audience, the people who are into trains, are going to want to also watch this show. I couldn't tell you that. So maybe if you're bored with what I'm saying right now, hey, it's cool. Just watch the train channel. It's going to be separate channels. But the important thing here is that this is going to be a sick talk show. And again, let me discuss the the train thing's great, but that takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of time. And it's kind of really labor intensive, and I can't produce that much content. I could put more episodes out, but I can only put out so much. It takes a lot of time and energy. But if we have a daily show with all kinds of sick tunes of all different genres and stuff, all kinds of really inspirational commentary as well, I think it could be a lot more successful, because I just kind of look at the situation and it's got to get bigger than it is. I'm just another guy who's trying to make things a lot bigger than they currently are. Whatever, can't even remember that one. But we're gonna have a lot of awesome stuff like that. It's not quite time to get it started, but basically, if you're not into it, it's great, but a lot of other people are going to be, because right now the channel is about, 9,000 subscribers, and that's great, but it's kind of stalling out. It's time to get to a million subscribers, and the way that that's going to happen is with this. That's how it's going to happen, Didn't even practice the piano for this tonight. But, so anyway, it's going to be a different channel, Stobe Attack. Let's put one tune in there right now. It's the darkest hours of the night. I'm trying to think of an appropriate tune. I've got one. So what we'll do is we'll do some jokes on these songs. Here's how that song. All around me are familiar faces. There's got to be a ton of jokes, different lyrics you can put in with that about the political situation. I mean, at some point before Trump's 8 years are over, and I'm not a Trump guy, it could be, if it happens, he's going to start getting Alzheimer's. And then it'll be like, all around me are familiar faces. I don't know. I can do it, though. It'll take a little preparation. Anyway, I think this concludes this broadcast. I'd like to see what people think, because this is the future. I'm getting too old. I'm not going to just ride around on trains forever. That's ridiculous. However, I'm going to say there are still trips going on. So it's going on. I'll try to include the link for Stobe Attack if you want to subscribe. And otherwise, there's more train videos coming out as well. Thanks for listening. You can now get back to I don't know who's watching the football game. I don't know if anybody's watching it still, but I don't know what the score is. Not really paying attention. Peace.